What's up, you guys? It's Jono! Welcome to another lit episode of Pokemon Unite. These are all of my solo lobby ranked matches. Some people call it solo queue. I've actually realized that solo queue is a pretty popular term, even though I thought that was very British language. The American audience seems to want to call it solo queue as well. Maybe that's another one of those MOBA things that's just universal across the entire MOBA universe, just like jungling. I still don't understand why people say jungling. There's no jungle in this game. All right, it's just a funny thing. Anyway, you guys, I have been doing a lot of jungling. While we're talking about jungling, I've been going center path, and that is where you can get the most jungling done, and you can get leveled up super duper fast. Now, you guys know I play Garchomp, and I have a really hard time getting leveled up and getting evolved, but it's so important to do so. So if you end up being a Gibble into like the second or third minute of the match, it's just terrible. It's just useless. So you absolutely have to jungle a little bit, go that center path. I usually try to call the center path and just take the center path because that's what I need, and I know that I need it, but some people also want and need that center path, especially if they're playing Talonflame, or sometimes even a really good Cinderace or a Gengar can go the center path and make a really big difference in the match. So if people call the center path, I figure they need it, and I have a good bottom lane strategy. I even now have a good top lane strategy. I'm very happy with all of my different lane strategies for my Garchomp, so if I get stuck on a certain lane, I know what to do. Now, I will say I've been doing the bottom lane pretty consistently for all these videos, as well as the center lane, but when I can't get center lane, that's obviously my preferred lane, then I go for the bottom lane. But recently, I've been switching it up and experimenting with that top lane, so in future episodes, expect some top lane gameplay. Oh yeah, that's right, your boy is going every which way, trying to figure out which lane is the best for me, and just trying to have a good strategy no matter what happens in the game, because man, all these games are a little bit the same, but they're also a little bit different. Man, they really are. But one thing I will say on that note is the games are a little bit too identical. You guys will notice I'm playing almost the same match every single time. The only difference is really the enemy team and how good they are, but I'm pretty much going the same place every time. It's center lane, then bottom lane, then center lane, then top lane, then back and forth between the bosses. I mean, it's almost an identical game nearly every time. I will say that's one of the reasons I'm winning. I'm playing very consistently, but I'll also say sometimes it just doesn't work out, and man, I blame it on the team every single time. Even though I have a bad game every once in a while, I really blame the team hard. Some people, I don't know, I don't want to complain too much, but people play this game really poorly. Have you guys noticed that? They play really bad. So anyway, I just try to play the best that I can. I try to go and score as many points as I can. Sometimes I even break 200 points because I am scoring from the early game. I get in there, I score, and I zip right on back out. And sometimes I even survive when I do that, although not every time. But I must say I do get first score on just about every game, and I'm really proud of that. And I do come out with some extremely high scores at the end of the battle, so you can't really argue with that logic. Getting a high score is definitely going to give you the MVP status, but you have to get the kills too. That's one thing I will say. If you get the high score, but you don't have any kills, they won't give you MVP. I realized that after a while, and it was a little bit frustrating because I'm like, dude, I had the highest score of the whole match. But then somebody else who has a massive amount of kills, they will actually get the MVP trophy. Man, I covet that MVP trophy every single match, but I just can't get it because sometimes I just cannot secure the kills. I came out of one match with 19 assists. Imagine. 19 assists. Just imagine how much work I was putting in but not getting the job done. That's alright though, as long as you're being a good team player, scoring those points and helping out, then that's really good. Now you guys, this is still early in the match. We got another 20 seconds or so until Dreadnought even spawns, so I will say my early game is on point. I'm trying to get evolved as fast as possible, and the reason why is so I can get in there and get that Dreadnought. I do not want to be slipping. I don't want to be caught slipping and miss that Dreadnought and let the enemy team get the Dreadnought, so I do try to just get evolved and dominate the other team right before Dreadnought comes out, and then hopefully they're all fainted by the time you go for the Dreadnought and your team can just go, you know, try-man the Dreadnought. It doesn't always work out, but sometimes it does work out. Now in this case, it looks like I'm going my center jungle lane just to waste a little bit of time before the Dreadnought comes, but I always go down for my Dreadnought. It's just so important, you can't really skip it. But you know, it's also really important to jungle in the center lane, and as long as those center lane bosses are standing there, that's literally XP that is on the map that you are not getting. So missing a couple of seconds of the Dreadnought is fine to make sure I maximize my gains and get as high XP as possible, especially since I called the center lane, so it's technically my responsibility to go and take out those Pokemon and secure that XP for our team. So they're expecting me to do that. That's why I did make a little segue over there to get that, and of course circle right back around and get that Dreadnought. It's just way too important. Now one thing I will say is I'm slowly migrating my importance of Dreadnought. I actually thought that Rotom was the most important boss, and I still continue to prioritize Rotom every once in a while because you can beat that thing really fast and it does give you 20 points. But the Dreadnought is the most important thing, you guys. The Dreadnought, even if you have to go for Dreadnought twice, go for the Dreadnought twice. You get shield, you get XP. Usually there's a big mob of people going for the Dreadnought. One thing I've noticed in the very higher up matches is that almost everybody, if not everybody on the whole map, 10 people are all down there on Dreadnought. And that alone tells you how important Dreadnought is for the gameplay. If every single player on the map is going there, that tells you it's important. Now, one thing I will also say is that if you're not playing that way, then you should start playing that way, because there's people who continue to not play that way in the higher ranks, and I am judging those people so hard. I feel that those people in my ranks who are playing with me are absolute garbage. So please don't end up being one of those people yourself. I didn't know about this, and I just figured out about it in the last week or two, and now I'm trying to beg everybody that I play with to please play this way. Go for the Dreadnought. Just don't skip the Dreadnought, and even if you got to go for Dreadnought twice, fine, go for Dreadnought twice. It's that important, okay? So anyway, just don't miss out on that Dreadnought. The number one reason that I think I'm failing some of these matches is because my team will not properly go for the bosses. They don't go for the Dreadnought, and they also don't go for the Zapdos. It's actually pretty frustrating when they won't even go for the Zapdos. Everybody knows how important the Zapdos is, but you just can't get your team to go there sometimes. Now, one thing I will say, I don't know if you guys saw that briefly, but Snorlax is putting up a fight in that center lane, and that is the perfect move for Snorlax. It's just blocking that center lane. Nobody can get through there when Snorlax is doing that. It's just an absolutely amazing play. And then another thing that I will say I'm doing incorrectly is I keep on finding myself in these 1v3 matchups, and then miraculously right after I faint, my whole team is there on the enemy team. It's like I just gotta slow down. I gotta stop being the first one into the battle. I actually need to hold back behind my team and come in and finish the job. My attacks are really deadly and really fast, but they're not really best to be in there in the middle of the battle the whole time. I actually just need to be kind of on the side, and then once somebody's low, take them out. So it's just a little bit different play strategy I'm trying to get down. I'm a melee attacker, so I have to be there in the battle, but I find that when I'm in there in the battle, even when I'm very high level, it's extremely difficult to stay alive, so I just have to stay with the team. That's my error that I'm making. I continue to make that error. I'm giving up too many feints to the enemy team, and it's just over leveling them, and it makes it extremely difficult to continue the match when I'm the one giving up all that free XP to the enemy team. So yep, that's my mistake. I'm continuing to make that mistake. Actually, you guys will see that mistake consistently on a lot of my videos, and unfortunately I'm just having a hard time figuring out how do I stay alive. And I've actually considered changing my items. I'm actually thinking maybe I just have the wrong items and I'm playing the wrong item setup for Garchomp. So I am kind of investigating, although not really, some new items. There's probably a better item combination out there for me, but I just haven't figured it out. And if anybody knows it, just let me know down in the comments, because I'll definitely take your suggestions. I'm gonna get another level 30 item, but I want to make sure I get exactly the item that's the perfect item to make me the best Garchomp that there can be. So that's what I'm on the hunt for right now. I'm trying to figure out what is that item that's really gonna take me there, take me to the next level. So maybe it's the Buddy Barrier? I'm not sure exactly what it is, but we'll figure it out. Alright everybody, so we got 3 matches on this video. Actually, I think we got 4. This was a long video. It took me a really long time to get into Expert Class 5, but that means that this is the final class before we get into Ultra League. I'm very excited, you guys. Ultra is where it starts to get really serious. The players up there are mind-bogglingly good. Everybody plays really good strategy, and they play almost perfect games. There's sometimes that's not true, but for the most part, that is true just about all hours of the day. Everybody in there, 10 out of 10 people, is playing perfectly, and you can just rely on people to go their proper lanes and do all the stuff that they're supposed to do. So those battles, I think, are a lot more interesting than these veteran class battles, and I would say that's going to be the most exciting gameplay that I have put on my channel thus far. So we definitely have that to look forward to. Alright everybody, this is a long video and I'm gonna get back to playing some games of my own, but I hope you guys enjoyed this content. I will see you on the premiere video, and I will also see you out there on the live stream. You know it. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you to my amazing subscribers, and peace.
Time's up! You win! What a goal! What a goal! What a goal! What a goal! Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. You win.